And welcome back to Let's Play Portal. Last time we made it through the first like 9 or 10 test chambers. 11 test chambers. So now we have...
Fling yourself. Fling into space.
Cool. And I gushed about Portal a whole bunch. Again, I'm not kidding, is one of my favorite games of this console generation, or the 7th console generation. It's just super tightly made, and it's just generally a really fun time. There's sort of a sense of fun to it that's just kind of lacking. I mean, it looks very sterile and bleh, but the game has a lot of personality to it, which really is something that I feel like is lacking in a lot of modern video games. Now, not to turn this into a rant about modern games sucking, because I don't actually believe that. I am personally not one of those people who is like, the past is better because of nostalgia, and I know some people do. You okay there, GLaDOS? I'm not one of those people who like, oh, I like old things better because of nostalgia, and because I used to know somebody who was like that. Who would just kind of rag on my interests because it wasn't like from the 70s and it just was super obnoxious. I glitched the game. Okay, this game autosaves often, so I hope it autosaved before I got thrown through the ceiling. Well, that's unfortunate. So we got to test chamber 13. I have actually never seen this happen before. Hopefully that's not a bad omen, but I've actually never seen this happen before. Also, I didn't mean to quit out to the orange box. I meant to quit out to the Portals menu. Oh well, you get to see what the UI looks like in case you're one of the people who hasn't played this game after like 10 years. Wow, holy crap. It's 10 years since the first Portal came out. That's right, because the orange box came out in 2007. Jeez. So yeah, I wasn't even into games like this at the time. 2007, the only game I was really looking forward to would have been like Mario Galaxy. If I may be so blunt. So, okay, that's interesting. Chapters, so... Chapter 10, okay, so this one. And yes, there are challenge versions, but we want to go standard because that's where we are in the game. Not thrown through the ceiling this time, hopefully.
Now that you are in control of both portals, this next test could take a very, very long time. If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out. An intubation associate will be dispatched to revive you with hectic salve and adrenaline.
This game is trippy, in case you didn't know. This game is kind of trippy. So like, this is actually vertical, so I can just chop it on the switch. It's one of the things I like about this game is it's very outside the box, and in my opinion, really clever as a result. So you want to create a portal, first of all. Actually, you can see the light hitting the ceiling, so I think. It's super faint in this room because the lighting is kind of that color anyway. I can basically do... Oh. Okay, I accidentally messed it up because of portals. Anyway, this should activate that platform to move, and thus, once it starts moving... This is so trippy. There, get this cube. And... from here, we can... That mark is an indicator that's where you need to drop it. So, that's helpful. But yeah, as I said last time, I've played this game so many times, if you couldn't have already
noticed. As part of the previously mentioned required test protocol, we can no longer lie to you. When the testing is over, you will be missed.
Sure, well... So yeah, this is also another series where Valve has never made a third entry. Fans have made a third Portal, not Valve. Fun fact. Where am I? Oh, frick.
All subjects intending to handle high-energy gamma-leaking portal technology must be informed that they may be informed of applicable regulatory compliance issues.
You can actually
No
glitch
further
this.
compliance information is required or will be provided, and you are an excellent test subject.
So what you're supposed to do is put a portal there, put a portal here, drop, and get this cube. Take the cube over there to open that door, and go through this long process to try to get a spark into that thing. Dude, the stairs are set if I actually go back up here. No, okay, so I screwed it up. But anyway, when the stairs are all retracted, something you can actually do is put a portal like here and just fall into it. So instead of launching yourself to where the block is, you actually launch yourself straight up to that platform, and you actually basically skip the entire room. I mean the entire second room. So I would highly recommend doing that if you're in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry. This one, you can do this. Oh shoot, this room. Try not to accidentally kill yourself. That's my best advice I can give. Here you actually have to use these wobbly moving platforms because, or these vertical moving platforms, not wobbly, to actually maneuver that. What portal did I put in front of the thing? Crud. What portal did I put in front of the thing? My bad. I should have been paying more attention. Aha, picked the right one. Cool.
Very, very good. A complimentary victory lift has been activated in the main chamber.
So yeah, again, if you do the speed trick, that saves a lot of time. Personally, I never find the need to do that trick in this particular chamber. There's actually one chamber I will more likely than not have to cheese because it is kind of a pain in the butt. So yeah, I'll probably only use an exploit for one chamber. That's what I'm hoping, at least.
The Enrichment Center is committed to the well-being of all participants. Cake and brief counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test. Thank you for helping us help you help us all.
Oh, by the way, you can't shoot portals through those, so that's why you couldn't just cheese it. This one, I'm not a fan of this room. It's a little bit complicated. Basically send it through and have it in a position so it can bounce, and then have it bounce down into that. Also, the particle will despawn after some time, so you actually do have to kind of hurry. That went surprisingly well. This one's actually another one that takes me a few tries, on average, to get sort of the pattern down. So, okay. We actually have to jump through here to get enough, like, momentum to actually reach this gray part that we can actually portal through. Just making note of that. But also very much remember which portal you're using for what task. Voila. Piece of cake. No pun intended. Shoot yourself over here. And now here's where I totally forget what I'm doing. Here's where I completely forget what I'm doing. Yeah. Is that it? Is it really that easy? Do I just bounce it off? I do, okay, I actually remembered. Again, I did a practice run like 5 days ago, so I have a general idea of what I'm doing, more so than when I usually play Portal. This room you can cheese if you're really, really good. If you can actually just be kind of in the middle of the portal, enough to shoot another portal and go back in, and just keep doing this over and over again until you actually make it. Now, I don't know how to do that. I've seen people do it, but I do not have the current skill level to do that. Shoot a portal there, or oh, this can actually kill you, by the way. If you're not careful. If you accidentally fall down into the hole, so maybe try aiming for the wall. That would be a good idea. This room is like the one I was talking about that I'll most likely have to break just a teensy bit. Okay, what you need to do is there's a switch here that lowers that. The switch on the other side that lowers the other So now what you have to do is actually shoot it. I got it first try. I have no clue how that happened.
All of your vital organs to the Aperture Science
That was
Self-Esteem Fund
funny.
for Girls. It's true.
I got that first try. I have no clue how. But the trick is to basically put a portal down there, jump from there, and just shoot yourself up to this platform without activating the thing. That is the best run of that test chamber I have ever had. No kidding. I am very glad that this was during a Let's Play. If I may be completely honest, I'm very glad that happened during a Let's Play. Because, oh man, that was... freaking A. Really? What test chamber is this? 16? Well, actually, there's an autosave from just a few minutes ago. So, yeah, sure. If it didn't save after I actually activated the platform, I can just do the trick.
You can donate one or all of your
okay.
vital organs
Cool.
to the Aperture Science Self-Esteem Fund for
Thank
Girls.
goodness for
It's
autosaves,
true.
huh? Now, I'm not sure. I've never had this happen before. Maybe it's because I'm like jumping and spinning the camera in the elevator. But I usually do that, and normally it doesn't bug out like this. So I have no clue what's causing all these bugs. Let's Play curse, I suppose, but that's not usually affect gameplay more than bugs. The fact that it happened twice in one playthrough, those kind of scary. It might be my Xbox is dying.
Due to mandatory scheduled maintenance, the appropriate chamber for this testing sequence is currently unavailable. It has been replaced with a live fire course designed for military androids. The Enrichment Center apologizes for the inconvenience and wishes you the best of luck.
Okay, that's optimistic. So just pick up the turret and kind of fling it. And don't get shot while it's freaking out. Fun fact, this game actually has blood. Portal 2, it still has turrets, but they took out the blood to get it down to E10. Fun fact. Yeah, this is actually a really cool sequence. It's kind of like a really unorthodox stealth sequence. You can also drop cubes on them if you so desire. Some might find that easier, some might find that harder. Here is a good place to drop cubes, and by the way, this is actually a major Easter egg. Help. So you have all this writing on the wall. The cake is a lie. One of the most famous quotes in the game. Basically, this was the former test subject losing his mind. So that's Jerry. That is not the right angle. Better. So now if I could port here, take you out. This is actually really challenging.
Activated.
Okay, so that looks lined up. Let's drop there. Okay, so that's 2 down. Hi, you can't hurt me because I'm behind glass. But considering he's already locked on to me, that actually does make it difficult to figure out what to do here. We're just gonna take a hit, probably. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a hit. Worth it. Actually, I don't think I did get hit there. Oh, that's what's shooting at me. It's like, what's shooting at me? Another fun technique is to drop a turret through a portal, which will also take him out. So say if I put one here, yeah, this game does have blood. If you do this, this will also defeat it. Keep that in mind for later, by the way, as that is super important. Just a little bit more to the right. Yeah, good enough. That's still alive, by the way. The song that's playing. It's the most iconic song from the game, arguably. You can't shoot a portal through a portal, which is kind of a shame. I'm gonna kind of take a risky strat here. Worth it. move on button. And that guy's gonna shoot me. So portal there, portal here. What am I stuck on?
Searching.
Hi.
Please put me
Bye.
back.
But yeah, that can actually still hurt you, so keep that in mind. Sure.
Well
that's
done,
test chamber.
Android. The Enrichment Center once again reminds you that Android Hell is a real place where you will be sent at the first sign of defiance.
And that is it. I think this is a good place to end off. I think it's like 2 or 3 more regular test chambers and then the end game. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you join. What the heck, game? I've never seen this happen to this degree. I have no clue what's happening. But in any case, thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Portal.